And welcome back to part 22 of The Evil Within. Sorry for the yet another delay in this forever long series that I've ended up making for myself here, but we are right near the end of the game now, so hopefully we'll be able to finish it off before any more delays. And I mean, like, nearly done. I mean, we've only got about half an hour's worth of gameplay left. And I wish I was joking.
Damn it.
Oh, hello. I'm pressing the button. There we go.
Watch out for his eye.
That they only drop this for one little thing in the next sequence. They say watch out for his eye, but they only do it for one little sequence up ahead. That's it. There's no plot relevance of this.
You'll see.
Yeah, you'll see in about 5 minutes. Oh, we're back in the hospital again, technically. Well, no, we're not actually. This is just a room that looks like it came from the hospital.
Rest in peace.
You can burn the body if you want to. You know, it looks like we're in the hospital. When you leave, you're still here. We're still in the real hospital, not the imaginary head hospital. And this is what I mean. Well, this is a part of what I mean. Because first of all, we get to see a nice little reminder of what happened at the start of the game. Remember the CCTV footage that Seb looked at, part 1? That was quite cool, to be fair, where you just sort of tilted their head, dodged the bullet. And you can actually see that he's got like a glass head where his brain is. Right, now you'd think at first Ruvic kind of takes it on the head, all the fire, but you'd think he'd freak out sooner than he does, because he does freak out in the end, but because look, he's quite calm about it, and then he loses his shit eventually and throws him back. You think he'd lose his shit immediately because of his memories of fire anyway, and it, you know, being fire. But no, he takes a little while to react to it first. And then the eye that he was on about. Hello. Don't know why thunder cracked, there's like nothing above us. But more eyes above us. So, okay, so eyes can apparently sprout thunder. But this part is actually quite fun. Because this is a big wide open space and arena-like setting. You know what that means? We're going to get a shit ton of enemies dropping on us, but there's ammo everywhere, and you've got a nice arena with multiple different like levels to play with. It's really cool, this arena. I quite like it. Oh, shit. Because I haven't played this in a little while, so it's taken me a second to get used to the sniper controls, because I've been playing a lot of Last of Us now since I got it, and Last of Us is a whole different ball game in terms of aiming. This one's a lot freer, whilst that one's a lot slower and a lot more like controlled. Still shit at aiming in both games though. Oh, 2 criticals. Okay, what activate? If he comes like a wave like that, the next actual wave is going to spawn in with them. Oh, hello. So happy I upgraded the critical. Oh, he just took that on the head, literally. The easiest way to deal with a lot of these enemies is to just keep on aiming at the head with the critical. The people that do like no upgrade runs really have my sympathy, because that's got to be hard. He's going to open fire on me. I need to try and get him closer to this body. I know he's going to open fire, but there we go. Fucking... There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Oh, there was a slight lag there. Oh, what's spawning in? Oh, a Ruvic clone. An active Ruvic clone, because he screamed. Yeah, I'll put him down. Oh, there are only shotgun shells. I've got to try and find some. Look, you just tanked that. Oh. I've only got so many bullets here. Come on. Hey. Ooh, checkpoint. That gives me some hope. And yet another thunder crack from the magic eyeballs. Because I do know, like, coming up, you get like a little bit of a mini boss against another sadist. But this one's an interesting one. He doesn't have a fucking chainsaw. He has a rocket launcher. Because, you know, why not? But it's a shame, like, you take him out with the rocket launcher and you sit there and go, oh, sweet, I'm going to pick up that rocket launcher's weapon. No, no such luck. Oh, there are more enemies, eventually. Shit, I need to reload. Ow. That's one thing I like. If you're already in the animation, it won't cut out the animation when they go to get up. So you can. So I just set him on fire, despite despite him standing up completely. Thanks, motorbike. Needed that. Oh, he almost got a mask. See what I mean? Though? This arena, it's got multiple little levels, a lot of like points. You could really kite the enemies if you want to. Oh, he dodged. Nice. I always give credit to the AI if they do a good job. If they do something smart. Ow. I can hear some to my left. Yeah, there were some. Ow. Right, I have 4 syringes to go through. I'm in no like serious danger right now. There we go. There's one in the mask, here's. Oh, here's where our mini boss against the prick with a rocket, the sadist. I'm not sure how much damage that will do to you if it hits you, but to be honest, I'm not particularly interested in finding out. But just like any old sadist, he has quite a bit of health to get through. But our weapons are severely upgraded since before, so hopefully we should be able to take him out quite quick. Oh, he's dropped the rocket launcher. He's gone for a chainsaw. That makes him a lot easier to deal with because of how big the arena is. I can just run around. I just have to be careful because he does have like an instant hit, an instant kill attack. All sadists have 1. There we go. So that wasn't too bad. Now I'm going to do a bit of scrounging for ammo. Oh, and heal up a bit much. This section that we're just entering is quite manageable as well. Like, yeah, it's a smaller arena, it's a bit more tight, but there's a lot less enemies to deal with. Like, there isn't waves upon waves, there's only like 4 of them. So I really don't sweat it here. Oh, hello. Ow, prick. As soon as they poke their heads out, I'm putting a rocket on one of them. Not a rocket, an explosive bolt. Oh, and he dropped the dynamite he had. Oh, there's more over there. He's got a mask anyway. Fuck it, I'll bomb him. That's all of them. Now there's only one thing left between us and the final boss of the Evil Within, and that's what I consider the final boss. On the other side of that door is an interesting fight that's one of the better fights in the game, but also one of the harder ones if you're not careful, which is why I consider it the final fight. And once you get past this, you're pretty much done, because the actual final boss of this game is so useless at doing a job at trying to kill you that it's really no threat. Right, yeah, down here you've got this arena, and then there's a fence hiding a second arena, and the two arenas are conjoined, so during the fight you will be going between them. There's loads of explosives and loads of ammo. Deal with some of it and pick up some of the stuff, but don't get all of it, just in case. Like, to be honest, I'll probably end up grabbing a lot of it instead of about half. But that's just because I'm really low on ammo, so I could really do with the bullets. And there's also parts as well if you need to make parts. So if you pull this, it opens up the second part of the arena. But there's also a side tunnel over here you can use, which, if you try and lock off the boss on one side of the arena, 'cause you can pull that lever again and make the lever come up, it will use this corridor to get through instead, which allows for some great kiting on the final boss if you know what you're doing. I'm going to try and keep it to a minimal. What the hell? There's something very wrong with his animation there for a second. The boss won't start until you go to open the door. So if you go over here, you can see it already. There's two keeper safes, and that's what we got. We've got the dual keeper fight now, and these keepers have significantly more health than any other keeper we fought in the game so far. These are actually a threat because there's two of them, and they can do a lot of damage if you're not careful. This is what I consider the final boss, because it's a fair challenge, and it's something that's unique of what they've done with it, making it two keepers to add an extra spice to it. There's a few gimmicks, but they're not forced down your throat, like the gimmicks of like opening the door and closing it. There's loads of things to play with, and it's an enemy that's been reoccurring throughout the game. It's a nice little thing that's played with it, and when one goes down, the arena changes. It's just, they hit the nail on the head with this fight. And I really do enjoy it. This is one of my favourite fights. But the final boss following it just has nothing going for it. And I'll show you what I mean when we get to it. So we still got like I'll get to the next save point, because there's still a save point between this boss and what the game considers the final boss. And there we go. So we won. Oh, and the door just sort of spawns back in. But yeah, I didn't get much time to really talk about that boss fight. It's standard stuff of how you've dealt with the keepers, just they're faster, they have more health, and when one goes down, the blood rises, so if you're in it, you move a lot slower. The keeper are not slowing down at all, however. And there's also those weird saw blade things, like those little those weird buzz saws on the floor things, floating around as well, that become active when the blood goes up, so you'll start getting hit from areas you can't see if you go into the water. And now we have this little interesting section. Like I said, nothing can, the biggest threat in this chapter we just beat. So this section here, once you've beaten the two keepers, you've pretty much won. You just got to get through it. There's the other side of the don't look at his eye gimmicky crap that they threw in at the start of the part. All you have to do is evade the lights. And the weird thing is that the lights don't actually kill you if you go into them. They just take you back a bit. And I don't know why, because the very last stretch of the game, I would expect them to kill you, but they don't. They just sort of go, oh no, step back, buddy. Oh, hello. And it's also very lenient. Like, you can go right on the edge of the light. You can even be partially in it and it won't spot you. It's very lenient. But it is a lot of a waiting game though for a lot of this. I wasn't sure if it was the game that was buzzing there or it was the lights. But no, it's actually the lights. There's like an ever so slight buzz coming from the lights. Right, this, depending on which lever you pull, depends on which path through this you get. You can still hear the buzzing. Like, if you choose the right path, you'll skip this section here, but you'll do a different one. Yeah, look, see, look, I got caught in the light, it just took me back, it didn't do anything. Good, and if you take, look, if one path has significantly more lights in it, like if you're on the right path, you would have gone through this section here, and there would have been a lot of puzzles. But you've got one side that's filled to the brim with puzzles linked to explosions, and one side that's nothing but lights. And I prefer to go with the lights, because the lights can't kill you. I think this will take too long to defuse. Yeah, that's going to take too long to defuse. I'm just going to have to tank it and run round. So, and then there'd be more traps there. Oh well, thanks for the camera showing where they need to go whilst getting stuck on a pillar. That can kill you, though. That's still a threat. Just keep running. When you're running, pay attention, because if you go into blood, the blood's deep enough to slow you down, so you will get killed. But it's a very short section, so yeah. And then we're back here. Just miraculously. Back outside here. So I'm going to go back to that old save point. I'm going to save, and then I'm going to prep for the final boss. So next time on The Evil Within, we finally end this game after God knows how many months I've been working on it. Well, this is what happens when you get as many delays as I've got, especially with exams as well. Anyway, take care.